I regret leaving him. 6 months ago, I filed for divorce because I convinced myself my husband was holding me back from success. We'd been together 8 years with 3 kids, and things were good until I got promoted to senior analyst making $85K while he was still at $42K as a warehouse supervisor. That's when everything shifted in my head. I started working 60-hour weeks, and his hours got cut to part-time. He was home more with the kids while I climbed the corporate ladder. I'd come home at 9 p.m. and they'd already be asleep. I started resenting him for getting to spend time with our children while I was stuck in conference rooms. Some nights I'd walk in and the dishes weren't done, or there'd be toys everywhere. I'd snap at him about it. He kept saying he was trying his best, that being home alone with 3 kids under 10 all day was exhausting. That just made me angrier. How dare he complain when I was working myself to death? For 2 years, it got worse. I complained when he worked full-time because I needed him home. I complained when he worked part-time because we needed the money. When he'd point out the contradiction, I'd say, figure it out, just to watch his face fall. I knew it hurt him. I didn't care anymore. That's when I started texting Sam from work. Started innocent, just venting about my marriage. Then it became texting at home during dinner, then pictures, then planning ways to be alone together. I knew it was wrong, but I felt alive for the first time in years. My husband hadn't made me feel that way since before the promotion. The turning point was a Tuesday in March. I came home at 7 p.m. for once and found he'd deep cleaned the entire house. Cooked lasagna from scratch, my favorite. Set up a movie night with the kids, popcorn and everything. 5 years earlier, this would have melted my heart. That night I couldn't even look at him. I said I felt sick and locked myself in our bedroom. He brought me soup and ginger ale, checked on me every 30 minutes asking if I needed anything. It made me feel like garbage. Then that guilt turned to anger at him for making me feel that way. I spent the whole night texting Sam while my husband took care of me. After that night, nothing he did was right. He'd breathe wrong and I'd find a reason to start a fight. I knew his breaking points. I'd push until he'd finally lose it, then use his reaction as proof that he was the problem. He'd always apologize after. I never did. I'd just pile on more. When he found the texts with Sam on my laptop in May, I watched him read them. Watched him try not to cry in front of me. That's when I told him I wanted a divorce. His voice cracked when he said we could work through this together. I told him I didn't want to work through anything. I was done. I mostly ended things with Sam, but kept him as a backup option. My husband tried everything those next few months. Therapy, date nights, love letters. I shot down every attempt and found new things to criticize daily. I started posting about him on Reddit and Facebook groups, always from my perspective only. Everyone told me I deserved better. That validated everything I was feeling. The internet agreed he was worthless. That gave me the confidence to contact a lawyer in July. Filed in August. He didn't fight for anything except asking me not to go through with it. Begged me to try counseling one more time. When we finally signed the papers in September, I let out this huge, exaggerated sigh of relief right in front of him. His hands were shaking as he walked out. I posted on Reddit that night about my newfound freedom. Got 300 comments congratulating me. Then reality hit fast. Within 3 weeks, I'd missed garbage day 4 times. There were no clean dishes ever. Laundry piled up so high, I started doing the sniff test. My kids were miserable. My oldest, Sienna, is 12, and she'd seen Sam's texts to me months earlier. She knew her dad had begged to stay. She stopped talking to me completely, except to say she wanted to live with him full-time. My 8-year-old and 6-year-old said the same thing. I couldn't work those 60-hour weeks anymore without help, so I started calling my ex to watch them. He'd drop everything and come over within 20 minutes. When I'd get home at midnight, I'd find clean dishes, folded laundry, sometimes even dinner in the fridge. He never said much, just call if you need anything, and he'd leave looking completely broken. 2 weeks ago, he came to pick up the kids for the weekend. I walked outside with him, asked if we could try again. His eyes immediately filled with tears. 2 rolled down his cheeks. He said, I don't know if I can. The pain's been too much for too long. What if we get back together and you just do this to me again? Then he said the thing that destroyed me. I kept thinking you'd realize how much I loved you and stop. Right up until you signed those papers and sighed with relief like a weight lifted off you. That hurt more than everything else combined. I don't know if I'll ever trust you again. I stood there watching him drive away with our kids. He's right. I can't blame him.